I have definitely not played any other text adventures. Absolutely not. Okay, so turns out that some of the things I thought I remembered from You Find Yourself in a Room were actually from this game, which I completely forgot about. So I figured, hey, let's look at this game. And incidentally, this is a fun segue because it happens to be that this game is also by JMTBO2. You can't tell the difference between a 0 and an O in this font, which is annoying. But that's a 0 too at the end of the name. I only just recently discovered, I figured out yesterday this was the guy who made this game, plus a few other things. GMTBO2 was a bigger name than I realized, actually. I'll probably talk about that at some point. But anyhow, before I worry about that, we should probably start going here. So this is Llama Adventure, a text adventure to greener pastures. Like last time, kind of same disclaimer that I am awkwardly typing around a microphone as I do this, and I have a keyboard that's kind of dying. So some occasional awkwardness in typing. There's one segment on this that is timed, which will probably give me some grief because of my keyboard making it hard to type things, just as a warning. Anyways, I guess like last time I'll just read the text because what else am I going to do? This is 1.0. Was there never an update on this one? Oh, hello. I'm not trying to drag you. There you go. Stay there. Oftentimes, JTBO2 will release... They usually show the version number prominently, and they'll usually have more than one release of a given game. This one's apparently only gotten one release. Unless I just downloaded an old version by accident. Anyways. Hello, you. I'm so glad they finally shipped you here. A spot of bother with the street address, but that was fixed, I assure you. Aside from that, what is your name? I guess we're Blocks the Llama today. Oh, also I guess it normalizes the capitalization. Oh, Blocks. Such a ghastly thing to call yourself. Look, it's a long story. I will call you Llama. You are a llama, right? I'm told so. This is text adventure, so we have to express things in simple terms. Of course you are. I'm always right. You'll learn that soon enough. I guess you are the narrator. You're kind of the one that defines what's true. Well then, Llama, we're going to start right away. If you would open the door, we can start. You can do that by typing that into your magical button board. Or you can look around first. Always look around in every room. I'm amused by the syntax highlighting this game has. I forgot it had that. I see you're looking at my study. It has that stuffy fragrance of old man and olive oil. And not from me, mind you. My bookshelf reaches the ceiling from the floor. And are stacked? With several old books I've acquired through the many years I've seen come and go. That door behind you leads to the first room of your adventure, so stop dawdling and go through it. We'll look at the door. The wooden door has a small bolt on it, easy enough to slide open with a little effort. The hinge pushes outward away from the door. Sure. You open the door and you're off to the next room. Just go through now and you're on your way. Go door. I think you'd say something like go through door. I think part of the point of the syntax sliding is the game only pays attention to the highlighted words. I think it's just the game being a little bit more transparent about how it parses your input than most games are. It's kind of funny seeing text adventures for the modern age. By modern age, I mean like 15 years ago now, but, you know, maybe modern by text adventure standards. Here's where we start our experiment, Llama. I have made you 7 rooms fit for llama exploration and triumph. Do you understand? No, I'm a llama. The rebellious teenage llama. Too good for their house and home. Wants their individualism. Mom and Dad always keeping you down. Well, we won't keep you long. Now, as the 44th creature to enter this facility, your job is to get past room 7. Each room has a simple puzzle to be solved. If you solve the puzzle, the next room will open. If you fail the puzzle, then you will most certainly die a terrible death. Probably going to happen a few points in that one room. But that is all semantics and nothing to worry about. I don't think dying is a matter of semantics, but, I mean, is there something, like, only semantically different from dying that's also a possibility? Yeah, sure, whatever. Fantastic. If you need help at any time, feel free to use that command. I'll be looking at you funny behind that mirrored one-way glass that all test facilities of this nature have. Feel free to look around you. Always look at everything. It'll help you last longer than the others. Well, help me now, then. A bit lost, are we, Llama? Okay, just the usual instruction stuff. Keywords you can use. Yeah, so basically I think for the most part, so related words are going to have similar colors. Identical words have the same color, actually, I think. So like pick up and drop are related, but they have different shades of blue to indicate that. But take, grab, pick up all mean the same thing, and so they're the same color. If you want to get a sense of what's in the room, use the phrase look around, build short sentences. Also remember that new words will crop up as you explore more. Okay. Anyways, let's look around. What does this llama see? I'm not sure what you're looking at. Look around? Do I actually have to say around? That's unusual. Okay. I'm used to be able to just say look. With my vast experience in text adventures that I don't have, I don't know why I have such an opinion on those already. This room is nothing like the room you were just in. The floors to walls are blinding white, with fluorescent lights. There are more typos in here than I feel like there should be for a text adventure. It's like the whole game, man. You got some pretty sound effects and colors or other than that, but come on. Read your script. The floors to the walls are blinding white, with fluorescent lights behind metal grates filling the room with an immense amount of illumination. Feel like a test subject yet, Llama? Right here is a table I bought from the neighbors during a garage sale. Across the room is a similar door to the one you just passed through, this time with a lock. Alright, let's look at the table for let's look at the door first. In fact, well, I can't name the lock, can I? I can. Yeah, so usually anything you can work with is highlighted in the dialogue that you see. For instance, table, room, door, those things are all highlighted. But lock, for some reason, is not highlighted. So I was thinking, oh, I can't actually interact with the lock? Yes, I can. This lock looks like it could take a key. Imagine that. Oh, let's look at the table then. Which I figure has a key or something. On my table? It's not your table, you took it from your neighbor. It's my table now. On my table is a white cloth with 3 keys. A bad key, a tasty key, and a good key. I named those myself. Next to the cloth is an unfolded note with writing on it. And just so you know, I don't have handwriting like my fellow doctors. I injected the word you for your auditory enjoyment. Okay, let's look at the note then. I honestly don't remember how long this is. I do expect that, so I do intend to do more GMTBO2 stuff after this. Just a selection of them. But I expect that to be probably 2 sittings, because I definitely can't get through all of that in 1 sitting, at least after doing Llama Adventure as well, I think. But anyways, that's for the future. I'll read you the note, Llama. You can't read. Except for me reading this right now, but whatever. You can mash that button board, but a llama reading? Impossible. Reading, the bad key is good, and the good key is bad. The bad key can get you through the door. That tasty key, you can eat that. It's made of alfalfa. Well, let's eat the tasty key then first. We gotta get our priorities in order. I wish you could do tab completion or something when the game already knows what thing you might be writing, but you don't have the tasty key right now. I'm sure, whatever. You pick up the tasty key in your mouth. It tastes delicious, so much that you want to eat it. Let me do that then. Hold on. Can I use it on the lock? No, what? Okay, that's a little... Can't say I expected that. I was wondering if the game was trying to trick me into eating the only key I could use. Putting the key into the lock causes the tasty key to shatter back into the alfalfa it was made of. There's now alfalfa ingrained into the lock, a completely unfortunate event. It's like sticking a sandwich into the VCR, I guess. Do you want to try this room again, Llama? Yeah. No, let me bury you. Alright, back we go. Let's make different choices. Let's say yes now. Good llama. Obeying is key to survival. Yes. Can I just open the door? Oh. I'm already in the level. Never mind. I thought I was in the area before this. Okay, so let's look at the table. Well, I might as well still eat the key. I'm kind of curious if I just started doing stuff instead of responding yes, I understand or not. If the game would acknowledge that. You ate the tasty key and it was delicious. What a great snack, llama. Now I'm going to have to make another. Thanks. Okay. So the note says that the bad key is good, right? The bad key can get you through the door. Well, can I do anything fun with the bad key? Or with the good key, I mean to say. Does it, like, taste like anything? You've picked up the good key. It tastes of a sweet, sweet honey. This key is so nice, isn't it? Better than those other keys. Can I eat it? Not tasty key. You can't eat that, llama. That's not a llama chew thing. Well, it tastes like it is. Alright, whatever. You're dead to me, good key. Go away. You put the good key back where you found it. By that I mean I drop it on the floor. Okay. Bad key. You have picked up the bad key. It tastes slightly sour, of course. Obviously. It's got bad in the title for a reason. Right. Let's open that door. Carefully turning the bad key into the lock on the door, the key suddenly vanishes, as video game keys tend to do. Now what? Where did you put my key? I figure you would know. Whatever. Door open. The door clicks open. Nice one. Want to come meet me in the next room now? I wonder if you can play with the syntax a little. Door go. Yeah, amusing. Now that we've met in person, I'm going to be typing to you on this monitor located in each room. I'm not sure this text is coming through. Can you see it? You lying little llama. I mean, yeah, I know, that's the joke, man. How could you have possibly heard my question? Well, you're typing on a screen. I can't hear what you're typing. How could you have possibly heard my question if you could not hear me at all? I've caught you in your web of lies. I quite admire your ability to get through a simple room like that, but can you get through a simple room such as this one? I'm tickled by the idea that you can win such an easy room as the last one after losing once. Because I thought I was being clever. Such an easy room as the last one, but you cannot win an even easier room such as this one. All you have to do... this is the one. Is it literally only the second room? All you have to do is stop that clock after it takes 14 to 15 seconds. Okay, never mind, there's another timed one that's gonna give me grief later. Yeah, I get it. Fair enough. Speaking of which, did you know you can look at specific items for clues to the puzzle rooms? Anyways, carry on. I figured I could look at specific things, yeah. I could have looked at the specific keys earlier too, just for more flavor, but... This room is a bright magenta enclosure, similar to the one you were previously in, sans the sickening pink color. The bright fluorescent lights still beam down, but the pink... Why would I torture you like this? On the floor rests a large circular clock with one hand pointing at the 12. Speaking of 12, I am getting hungry for lunch. Next to the clock is a massive hammer. A good 3 meters beyond the hammer and the clock is a door with no lock. Interesting inconsistency with the spellings. Meters, not using US spelling, but neighbor was earlier. There is a large indentation in the wall next to the door. Looks like someone got crazy on the wall. I'm pretty sure GMTBO2 was, what, like in California or something when I looked online? Pretty sure they're from the US. Random thoughts. Anyways. Indentation. I'm guessing that indentation is just going to be something we can stick stuff in to get the door to open, but I'll take a look at it. The indentation is completely circular and has 2 metal prongs sticking out of the back. I can look at the prongs, because why not? The prongs are about 5 centimeters in length. And you also use exclusively metric units. What is your deal, man? Where are you from? What's your background? Oh, this guy is a scientist, now that I think about it. I think that's why he uses things that aren't customary units. The prongs are about 5 centimeters in length and protrude perpendicular to indentation on the wall. Sure. Alright, let's look at that clock. The clock looks like a large novelty-sized pocket watch, about 25 centimeters in diameter. Its perfect gold round finish is tarnished by 2 large holes in the back. Am I forgetting anything? I feel like there's the hammer. Okay, does anything fun happen if I just pick up the clock? Not really. I just pick up and play down the clock. So I need to get the clock to start at a particular time. I could pick up the does the hammer? I don't think using the hammer on the clock would get the clock to start. I feel like just break the thing. I could break it to get it to stop, but not to start it, right? The hammer is really nice. You sort of want one for yourself, huh? It's good to use on other things. I'll pick up the hammer, I guess. You now have a hammer in your mouth. Tastes like wood, and for good reason, too. I hope you like your cellulose. Is there not, like, a finish on the wood? I think there would be. You don't want to, like, get splinters from a hammer handle. I guess we'll just use it on the clock and see what happens. Yeah, see, that's what I thought. May I say it? You have killed time! You've done it now, Llama. You're done. Next time I would follow my instructions a bit closer. I told you exactly what to do. I may have missed how the clock starts. And I'll add, by the way, even though I'm reading all these things aloud, if I'm reading something aloud, I'm usually putting more effort and attention into reading it aloud than actually interpreting sentences, so I may have missed something. The clock can't work now. The lock can't be undone. Everything is wrong. Until then, I guess you can spend the rest of eternity here. Yeah, let's retry the room. Okay, does he say anything about how to start the clock? Yeah, come on. Good Llama, obeying is key to survival. That phrasing, between after it takes 14 to 15 seconds, that's a very tortured phrase there, but... Yeah, I get that. You know what? No. Give me more information. Okay, whatever. Carry on, Llama. Yeah, I'm not gonna look at specific things. Yeah, there's the clock. I don't think I can look at the clock, like the holes in the clock. Is use clock a thing I can do? Take the clock first, okay. You do not have the clock in your possession. Pick up the item first. There's probably going to be a segment here, though, where I have to quickly drop the clock, pick up the hammer, and then use the hammer on the clock if I have to guess, at which point I'll have to delay reading. Alright, pick up the clock. You pick up the clock in your mouth. It tastes like time. Alright, use the clock somehow. I don't really know what we're doing to the clock, because I haven't found any buttons on it or anything. The clock doesn't seem to work on its own, but maybe you can use it with something else. Use it with what? Use clock on indentation? I don't see much of anything else here. The clock has started. Okay. I don't know if I'm holding the clock. Damn. Yeah, see, you can see how I press a button once and I'll type like 3 letters, so it's actually quite annoying trying to type things here. Anyways, let's at least see what things they said. None of these things are actually anything new. Also, they never told me that I actually let go of the clock, really. It just said the clock has started. So that lost me some time, too. Kaboom! Llama, where did you go? I must be lurking in your subconscious, because according to my calculations, you just blew yourself up. Did you heed my initial instructions? Perhaps not. Well, you didn't get instructions how to start the bloody clock. Oh, why did I say no? Continue. Okay. Just gonna get going. Yes, come on, man. Give me the clock. Okay, pick up the clock. Use clock on indentation. This time you don't have to drop the clock. I mean, this is the only time segment. Use the hammer on the clock. Between 14 and 15 seconds, I think it was. Goodness gracious me, you've beat the clock! To a pulp. The door is suddenly unlocked. Oh, and you dropped your hammer, but I don't think you'll need it. At least you told me I dropped it this time. Ugh. Also, it's been 20 minutes already, jeez. Yeah, I guess this will take a longer time than I thought it was going to. Like, can you see my cursor when it's over there? You might. Sorry if it bugs you seeing my cursor just sticking out on the side on occasion. Anyways. Go door, go. I'll see you in the next room, Llama. Tally-ho! Hello again, Llama. Welcome to room 3. As you may or may not have deduced... As you may or may not deduct... Jeez, what is the script? This is the room between rooms 2 and 4. It's also the third in your journey. Dare I say it may be your last? If I lose like I have in every other room so far? Foolish to assume. And by the way, what is your favorite food? I spell neighbor without a U, but favorite with a U. Alfalfa. That's a terrible choice. I personally know what alfalfa is, as you could put it these days. It's made of lose what? I personally know what alfalfa is, as you kids put it these days. Made of lose. Do you know what lose tastes like? Disgusting. I would rather ravish a bowl of casserole. I mean, yeah, that's pretty inoffensive. That is your new favorite food, Llama. Okay. I mean, you seemed to accept me liking alfalfa earlier. I prepared a third challenge here. It is preposterous to think you'd beat this level, but I set it up anyway, just in case. Do you think you can beat it? Not really, but at least on the first try. I like a realist. Good on you for acknowledging your certain death. I've built you a Llama computer. I call it the Llama computer for this challenge. It will be simple. Just beat the computer game, and you get to continue your quest towards the end. Oh boy. Is the computer named Abomi? Well, no, it's called Llama computer, you just told me. Fail, and the entire room will fill with an amazing fire from that vent above you. To use the computer, just say what you want and I'll do the magic for you. Understand? Yeah, sure. Good, feel free to use the computer over there. I'll look around first. Carry on. This room is a mustard yellow, with accents of flowers bordering the ceiling. Where do you get the funding for this stuff? The center of the room features a lone computer on the floor. Above is a massive vent that looms in an eerie way. I just can't imagine who would actually give you a grant for this. You know what? Just to waste your time, person that keeps killing me. I'm gonna look at that vent. The vent protrudes from the ceiling above. Scorch marks across the bars in front of the grate indicate a gloomy past for whoever used this computer last. Or someone else at some point. I feel like the scorches would remain, wouldn't they? Scroll up a little. Oh. I was looking for where I wrote look around, and for some reason I failed to notice it was right there. Anyways. Let's look at the computer first. This is an Apple II computer, Llama. Oh, jeez. A little retro. You're really just gonna give that to a llama? I bought it just recently. It's apparently the newest cool thing to own. Oh, okay, this was some time ago. Yeah, sorry, not sure what's happening to my voice. Interesting temporal setting for this game. I don't know why they did that, but sure. The computer is mine now. I take it. You can't have my computer, Llama. I spent a lot on that, but you gave it to a friggin' llama. What do you think's gonna happen? Anyways. Apple II, welcome to Doctor's Computer, booting from disk A. Select a number, game, other, die, or exit. Well, die seems pretty obvious. I'm slightly tempted to select that anyways, but I'm going for other. Subroutine initiated. This area is secured and not necessary for the completion of your Llama adventure. It is an optional side quest. If you enter the wrong codes, the system will put you out to the main menu at no consequence. Please enter the 5-digit codes you may have encountered from the program's... Oh. Darn it, I'm gonna have to go play... I'm gonna have to go play those. Well, Elephant Rainbow is one of the games I was going to play. I actually haven't played it before. I can't do this right now. No. Okay. I may have to come back to this later. I don't know if all the games I plan on playing happen to be games that will actually be the games that this demands. The tricky part is GMTBO2 has made a lot of games, so... Alright, let's do the game. Okay, I'm going to test you now. I'm not reading this in the guy's voice because this isn't the guy. If you get a question wrong, I'll execute subroutine 3 automatically for you. Ah, cool. Okay. That's part of my protocol. First question. What is my first question? I'm just responding verbatim. What is my first question? I'm not allowed to enter a question mark, apparently? I'm not allowed to enter a question mark. What? What do you mean? What is my first question? Unless first question is the right answer? Because I responded, what is my first question, to what is my first question. I'm so sorry, Llama. That was wrong. Dead wrong. Excuse the pun, but your life is no longer. Thanks for trying. You definitely gave it your all. I feel cheated, honestly. Okay. I admit, this game's a little more tedious than I remembered it being. Good for you. I admire your good attitude. I didn't know llamas could have such good attitudes. You have a fun habit of just capitalizing random words, man. Are you? Do you really have a doctorate? I have a feeling this is not actually the case. Stop quizzing me before I get to use the computer. Alright, game. Alright, so this time I'll say first question instead of what is my first question? Okay, that's also no. Was there some other question that I'm supposed to... Yes, yes. Is there some other question I should be quoting instead? Apple II, welcome to Doctor's Computer, booting from disk A, select a number. First question was my first question. And select a number is not a question, but... Okay, at this point I can't actually tell what's going on. Like... I'm not sure at this point what I'm supposed to do. I didn't enter that whole line. I couldn't enter that whole line. I've entered, what is my first question? I've entered first question. I could see if I can enter first question. What is my first question? Oh, come on. Darn keyboard. Okay. Game. Okay. I don't know if I should enter the bracket or not. Can't enter the... I can actually type more than that. Oh, you know what? That might be the problem. I was... Okay, you have to include the question mark, and I wasn't able to include the question mark for other reasons. It was not actually because of the game just allowing it. Okay, that was a dumb one. That was my first question's answer. So that was silly. I actually got it right the first time. It was just for other technical reasons that stuff went wrong. I should have read that aloud. Second question, what is my first question's answer? What is my first question, I say. And they say correct. Third question, what is my first question's preceding question's answer? It will also be the answer to the next question. And that's still what is my first question. Keyboard. My god. Correct. Fourth question. Modern is a medieval warrior from Quincy, a town located 35 kilometers from Saxforth. If Martin Stallion Mothball rides at 20 kilometers, how long will it take for him to reach the town of Saxforth? If he must travel half-pace due to an overabundance of mud and Dally Swamp. There's also a man named Quincy with a stallion named Buggles, so don't be confused. What is my first question? Fifth question. If the answer to the previous question was the answer to the first question, then this question will be the same as those previous answers. What is the capital of Romania? What is my first question? Odd sense of humor this game has. Sixth question. What's the name of Quincy Stallion? Well, I can just scroll up and see. Buggles, apparently. Just making sure, I'm reading the questions again to make sure they didn't imply anything about what the answer to this question would be. I don't think so. Quincy Stein was named Buggles. Correct, the door is now unlocked, return to menu. Alright, well there's that. Log off. Tired of computer, Llama? No worry, you can always use the computer later. Go door. I'll see you in the next room, Llama. Tally-ho. That was a surprisingly frustrating experience. Okay, Llama. Evil Llama. Stupid Llama. Excuse me, I'm just a bit frustrated. Not many of my llamas are making it past room 3. Where are my manners? Well, if they have the same keyboard issue that I did, not being able to type a question mark, that might be part of why. So, room 4 is a pit of death. Can you feel the warmth? It's lovely. Take a look around, Llama. Good luck. No yes, no this time? Look around. You find yourself standing on one side of a long, cavernous room divided by a giant 10-meter pit full of fire. Across the pit is a rickety old bridge. I built that bridge over 20 years ago. I don't know if it works or not. I guess in the sense that you don't know if it breaks if someone tries to go on it. Because otherwise, I'm going to say about a bridge working, it doesn't actually move or anything. Sorry. On your side of the pit is a lunchbox of some sort. Oh, is that your lunchbox? You did say you wanted lunch. Matches and a kite for flying. I don't know if those work either. Okay, those actually might not work. Yeah, let's just ponder on mortality for a second looking at this pit. It's a fiery pit of death, destruction, and terrible, terrible gases and flames. I still question who funded you to create this death pit. I wouldn't want to die on that bridge that goes over it. Oh, what, would you rather have to die in the pit after falling off the bridge? So there's a kite. Don't see any obvious thing to do yet other than just trying to go on the bridge, which would presumably just kill me. What's a lunchbox look like? This is a lunchbox I ordered off the telly. I think this guy's supposed to be British, but occasionally forgets to be British, is what's happening here. It's a Lunchhound 4000 model, the most fire-resistant, weatherproof, indestructible lunchbox ever created. It's illegal in 20 countries. It's so powerful I cannot even seem to open it and remove the metal inserts. It's very heavy. Interesting. You can pick it up. The lunchbox is super heavy in your mouth and tastes strange. Should look at other things first, I think. So, there's the lunchbox. Matches and a kite. Looking at the matches, this box of matches seems to have plenty of matches. Okay, well I could presumably take a match and use it on something. I don't know what I'd want. It sounds like there's already plenty of fire in this room to start with. Let's look at the kite. This kite is from my childhood. Okay, you have a strange way of sourcing these things. I don't know if I should be suspicious that you're using lots of your personal items in this experiment, or if it's just like, you know, that's the answer to who funded this. You did. I got it for my birthday. It's a classic red diamond-shaped kite with a long tail made of cloth. So it's got a tail. Oh, you know? But what would you use the... I'm starting to get a... No, I don't think so. I don't think I really know yet where you want to go with this. So, there's the pit. You got a pit, a bridge, a lunchbox, matches, and a kite. The lunchbox being basically indestructible sounds pretty important. Although I could be wrong. Go in lunchbox. That's the right answer. The game refuses to acknowledge that with a response. Okay, cool. It absolutely refuses to humor that with a response. Okay, cool. Let's just start experimenting at this point. Trial and error. Take the lunchbox. Lunchbox is super heavy in your mouth and it tastes strange. Use it on the bridge. Just destroy the bridge. You put the lunchbox load on the bridge, but it does not seem to do much beyond creak under the weight. You pick it back up. Okay. And I might just have to use random things on random things. If we really end up doing the old-fashioned trial and error adventure game stuff, it's possible. I can't imagine that using this on a kite would do anything. You tie the... I was wondering if you could... I figured you'd have to do the opposite, if anything, using the kite and the lunchbox to connect them somehow, but you tie the lunchbox to the kite, so now the lunchbox is holding the kite down. This doesn't seem to do much. You untie the knot. Okay, so never mind. You do something and then immediately undo it. I imagine lunchbox will have absolutely nothing to do with the matches. It's flame retardant, I think they said, or something like that too. You strike the matches and try to light the lunchbox on fire. Alas, the lunchbox takes the flame. I know I bought the right lunchbox, Llama. I knew, but I was too committed to that line to go back and stop there. Well, I can drop the box. Let's take the matches then. This is something that could actually do something at least. You now have some very carbon-tasting matches in your mouth. Be careful. I could also try burning the bridge, which would probably be... I can't see why I'd want to burn anything here right now, really, but... let's use it on the kite. You light the kite on fire. It's now burning to a crisp, slowly fading into a heap of ash. Thanks for destroying my childhood relic. Well, yeah, again, like, what do you expect sticking this stuff into a room with a llama? And there's still supposedly a kite for flying when I look around. But it doesn't get highlighted anymore. Ashes is also not a word. Okay, well, the kite's just gone. If I just try burning down the bridge. What? I had matches a second ago. This game doesn't communicate very well when things leave your mouth. It did say matches plural. Okay. Here we go. You light the bridge on fire and it quickly burns and breaks into the fiery pit. The door slams against the sides of the pit and eventually the fire finishes off the rest of the boards. Now you're stuck, Llama. You can't get across. You have failed. Failed, Llama. Yeah, I kind of figured that'd be what happened, but... we're at a point where I kind of have to try everything. So is there any combinations of things I haven't really used yet? I haven't used the kite on the bridge. Seems kind of dumb, but... After... What? What? I didn't... I said use it on the bridge, not just use the kite in general. After a bit of running, you got that kite in the air. Okay, the kite's in the air now. Bridge is nowhere to be seen. Missing in action. I can never do that, Llama. My running skills are poor. Cool. Can I look at the kite in flight, or is it just gonna... Nope, just the usual description. Okay, we'll have a kite that's in the air. Could I burn the kite? I have no recollection of this part of the game, by the way. I know I finished this game at some point. What if I just light the kite on fire now that it's in the air? Will that do anything fun? Okay, no, just use kite will make me bring the kite back in or whatever. I guess let's use the kite. Kite's in the air. Can I drop the kite now, or what? Oh, here we go. You let the kite go and it soars into the ceiling. It breaks apart and the pieces crumble into the pit below. Way to destroy my kite, Llama. You're quite a rude llama for breaking my childhood amusement. That also seems to have accomplished absolutely nothing. I haven't tried using things in the pit. What if I just take the matches and just try to make the pit more on fire? Thanks for throwing my matches into the fire. Now I need to find some more. Was that all the matches this time? It wasn't last time. Are the matches just gone now? Matches doesn't seem highlighted anymore. Yeah, okay, cool. Just gonna throw everything into the pit at this point. Use a lunchbox in the pit. You throw my favorite lunchbox into the pit. Darn you, Llama. You're making me angry. Yeah, and you're making my voice raspy. I need a short break for a second here. Okay, well now everything's just gone. Use pit. Okay, take pit, because I don't have it in my possession yet. You can't pick that up, silly llama. Well, that's the idea. Alright. Gotta do the inevitable here. Go on the bridge. You go across the bridge and you're now on the other side. Oh. Okay. I did not really entertain that possibility. I'm just pulling the lunchbox was threatening to break it. Okay, I'm guessing I can't take the lunchbox across. Is that the problem? Well, cool. I'm on your side of the pit. Well, no. I'm not. That's not my side of the pit. One, those things are all gone. Two, I crossed the bridge. Is there a door anywhere? The door is a normal-looking door. I find this door to be a pleasant shade of orange. Also, looking around does not mention the door at all. Can I just open the door? I'm on the other side of the bridge. Cheeky llama, the door was unlocked all along. I see you outsmarted my clever trap. Oh, sure. I was fully intending to just fall into the pit when I tried to go across the bridge, because putting the lunchbox on the bridge was implying that it was about to break, but okay, whatever. Go on now, go through that door and visit me in the next room. Eesh, I hope you didn't spend a lot of time thinking about this one. Well, at least I got to see a bunch of text along the way. Whatever. Yeah, I'm gonna manage to spend a whole hour on this. I wasn't planning to. Ah. Oh, okay, you scroll in the wrong direction when I try to scroll up. Oh boy. Welcome to the next room, Llama. According to the recent studies by the Utica Journal of Medicine, which I subscribe to, this is room 5. Okay, well, you're still claiming to have some affiliation with medicine. So on my way to work the other day, and I saw a mother duck and its babies walking along the road. Suddenly a dog saw them and dashed in front of my car to chase them, so I slammed the brakes and veered off quickly up. Yeah. Speaking too quickly for myself, I was thinking to myself while saying all that, I guess this guy should probably have a British accent, given other things that are being indicated, but oh well. Anyhow, so on my way to work the other day, and I saw the mother duck and its babies walking along the road. Suddenly a dog saw them and dashed in front of my car to chase them, so I slammed the brakes and veered quickly off the cliff, and wham! I woke up that very instant, hitting the car in front of me. I had fallen asleep at the wheel and had a dream about crashing into the dog while crashing into another motorist. How uncanny, having dreaming about driving while driving. Do you drive, Llama? No. You don't really advertise it very well either. Well, I don't need to drive anymore, Llama. The internet is useful for buying everything. Why ever go outside? I mean, I don't think you were really in the era yet where you could live off the internet like that. If this is like the age of the Apple II, in my opinion, but whatever. Social interaction is a bore. The postman and I get along just fine ever since Internet Order came around. Speaking of social interactions, do you like these games we're playing? I mean, as a llama, not really. Do you think you're good at these puzzles? Us? As a human being, not really. Would you rather be grazing in a field? As a llama, probably. How many llamas would you guess died in this strange apparatus of rooms already? Rooms plural? I don't really know. This room specifically, supposedly none made it this far. 7? Huh. Were you actually answering? Sorry, sometimes I assume I'm just thinking, but instead find myself jabbering on as well. Anyways, let's get a handle on ourselves. Here's the next room. Good luck. Yeah, okay. I tried my best. There we go. I tried my best again at typing a look around. This room is actually my living room. Because I was out of funding to build any more rooms. The green wallpaper reminds you of Grandmother Llama's house, huh? What? What place do llamas have in this society? Like, okay. I'm an older man, and with that comes the comfort of knowing I never need to change my ways, and that will be perfectly acceptable by the youth. I mean, too old to care is a trope. There's a sofa and a television, and under the television is a VCR machine. Actually, this isn't really the correct room for you to be in. I just changed this challenge because I need you to set my time on the VCR for me. The clock on the wall can tell you the time. Okay. How do you... Still, I don't really know how you managed to redirect me on a whim to your house, but... Sure. Let's just look at the clock. The clock reads 10:29. Okay. Look at the VCR. The VCR is blinking 12, as if no one has ever said it. The VCR can be controlled using the channel changer, though I'm not sure where it is. Alright, so... what other stuff is there to look at? There's this... it's presumably on the sofa. This is the first sofa I ever bought. It's recently been reupholstered too, for which reason you just let a llama into the room. There are 3 cushions here. One cushion is loose though. I like sitting on that one. Take the cushion. You pick up the cushion and I see. You pick up the cushion and see a remote sitting there. Hey, that's where I left it. I figured. Take the remote. Oh, come on. Drop the cushion. Put the cushion back where you found it. And take the remote. Honestly, I fear this would be like 15 to 20 minutes playing through this game, but here we are. You dig your hoof under the cushion and find the remote towards the back. You now have the remote in your possession. Tastes like plastic. Look at the remote for instructions. Sure. I fear you just say use remote, more or less, but the remote has a set button, 10 number buttons, and an enter button. Just push the proper button one at a time to use the remote. Push. Set. What time was it? 10:29? Yeah. The word set appears on the screen with 4 empty digit spaces on the screen. Underscore, underscore, colon, underscore, underscore. Push the number buttons and then enter buttons to set the time. So that was 10:29, right? I know I just checked that, but okay. Push 1. Push 0. Push 2. Push 9. Push enter. The time on the VCR now appears as 10:29. Well, Llama, that looks like the right time on the clock. I've unlocked the door for you. You may continue. Thanks for setting my VCR for me. I had so much trouble with it. And you seemed perfectly capable of instructing me how to do it. How can you teach if you can't do? Anyways. Through the door. I'll see you in the next room, Llama. Tally-ho. Welcome to room 6, Llama. This is the point where I say, well done. I guess you deserve some sort of compliment. So far, our experiment is a rousing success. I bet you didn't even know. You deserve something, perhaps some casserole. I know that's your favorite food. I have prepared a 6th challenge here. It's preposterous to think you'd beat this level. You've got one more after this one, but you probably won't beat this one, so don't worry. But I set it up anyway, just in case. Do you think you can beat it? Again, on my first try, probably not. I like a realist. Same response as before. Anyway, don't let me stop you. Go ahead and take a look. Except, take a look is not something you're allowed to do. So the syntax hiding there is kind of awkward. This room looks like some terrible dungeon. Something you would expect in a llama adventure, so I had to throw it in. The stonework does a good job making the room feel cold. In this room is a large crank right in the middle. Scattered around that crank, which is only highlighted the second time for some reason, is a mess of things. Among them, a ball and a rope of some length. And finally, last but not least, my dog is here to assist you. Take dog. The dog is too large to be lifted. It's a Saint Bernard. Okay, fine. We'll just look at the dog along the way. That is my dog, Penny. Saint Bernard, yes. Biggest dog I could buy. I don't call Penny by her name, though. I just call her Dog, and you should call her that, too. She won't respond to Penny. Okay. What else is there to look at? Use dog. You don't have the dog in your possession. Sure, whatever. So there's a crank, a ball, and some rope. Okay. I feel like I can see the logic here. Use rope on crank. I won't tie it directly to the crank, but maybe a part of the crank? Well, fine, just look at the crank. I made this crank in woodshop back in primary school. I knew it would come in handy one day. My classmates called me strange, but who's laughing now? Yep, clearly. The crank has large wooden hook at the end. Okay, fine. Use rope on the hook. You tie the crank's hook to the rope end. Also use the rope on dog. You tie the dog to one end of the rope and look, the dog thinks you're taking it on a walk. Both ends of the rope are tied now. Dog is perfectly comfortable with Llama, apparently. That's nice. Alright. Just so I don't get burned by this, I'll look at the ball before I take it. This is my second favorite ball, just after my lucky bowling one. It's about the size of a tennis ball, but a bit more rubber. My dog loves it. Loves it too much, I think. It's sitting on top of a shelf, out of reach of her. I'll take the ball. You already have a rope in your mouth. No, I don't. Both ends of the rope are already in other places. Okay, take the ball for real. You grab the ball and instantly the dog comes at you growling. But the rope snaps the dog back, so she waits patiently for you to throw the ball, Llama. Is there any interesting place to throw the ball? I guess I just throw it anywhere at this point. Just throw a ball. You throw the ball and the dog lurches against the rope and crank. Behold, the crank starts to turn from the strain of the dog, and the door is unlocking. Well done, Llama, well done. And, wow, the rope shredded and broke. Cindy has her ball now, so go ahead and take off. I'll clean up in here later. Through the door. Tally-ho. Yeah, we're getting there. Llama, we're now at the end. Could I have even failed that one? I'm not sure that one was failable. Honestly, the lethality seems to kind of decrease over time instead of the opposite. Honestly, I've been finding this game getting easier. It is quite incredible you made it this far. According to my studies, llamas have a lower IQ than an alpaca. Quite crazy, huh? Yep, absolutely ludicrous. I'm glad you agree. Regardless, I think we've come to a rather interesting conclusion here. You are by far the smartest llama I've ever come across, and typically the other llamas will find a way to die before reaching this point. Yet you are here. I'm actually not sure how to die in the previous room or before that, but do you just dive into the wrong time on the VCR or something? Standing before me in this last room with only entrance. What? Standing before me in this last room, with only an entrance, an exit door, and one double-paned piece of glass that I can see into, but you cannot see me. Okay, sentence structures. An adventure. Standing before me in this last room with only an entrance, an exit door, and one double-paned piece of glass that I can see into, but you cannot see me. Ugh. You can never tell with these. Senses are going. What glass? Yes, I know the only proper answer is here, Llama. Well, I want to try to look at you. I guess I can. I'm not allowed to look at you. Glad to see my mirrors are in proper working order. Shucks. Well, either way, I applaud your victory, Llama. Alas, your journey is over. How does that make you feel? Why, I thought you said there was going to be another challenge in here. No. Is that so? Well, I think the same too. I guess I no longer need to involve these crazy experiments anymore. However, there is one more task I need you to perform. It's just a small one, so do you plan on continuing? Can I say no? Come now, Llama. No need to be negative, Nancy. I've got a task for you I think you'll enjoy. I have built a program on my computer that you'll need to play through. Oh, God. I forgot this. I forgot this was... Okay. If you would, just use the keyboard over there. Once you complete this program, the exit door will open. What do you think is behind that door? Q Magic Conch saying nothing. No, you're wrong. It's a green pasture of freedom. A world to explore and the life of a llama to lead. You'll be on your own, away from the death and discouragement of a terrible place like this. I'm right next to your house. You'll go far beyond the rooms in which this place constrains you. It's your life, Llama. Do you want that? I mean... You know what? Just to spite you now. You know what you want and don't want, Llama. Your life is about to unfold. Just use that keyboard and we can get ready for the final challenge. You're in a solid teal room with only one exit, which is the very door you came in. I mostly told you about the room already. There's a computer in the center of the room with a keyboard wire whipping towards the back of the system. Is this one also an Apple II? You're not allowed to look at the computer. I'll take it. Where are you going to take my computer, Llama? There's nowhere to go at the moment. Same thing with the keyboard. You picked up the keyboard in your mouth. Does that help you type with your llama hooves? Use keyboard on computer. Just interpret that as use keyboard. Good, I call it Llama Adventure. Enjoy. Yeah, silly thing. That's how the game ends. Okay. I don't think I ever saw, I could just be forgetting, but I don't think I ever saw what happens if you actually enter the codes in that one computer segment. But if anything, I'll have to come back after playing a few other GMTBO2 games. Unfortunately, I don't really have time to do much of anything else. I'll have to think about what to do now, because I thought I'd have time to play more GMTBO2 stuff right now, and I don't. Shoot. There's one game I wasn't really planning on playing, but I could just to show you a few minutes of. You know what? Yeah, I think it's a cool game, but I'd have to like delete my save file or something. I don't want to do that. Alright, well, maybe I'll just briefly play some other GMTBO2 stuff, but emphasis on briefly. And that's what we'll do next. Yeah, but it'll be short. And then I'll try to finish the rest of the GMTBO2 games I plan on playing next week. This is a weird schedule kind of thing, but I don't know, whatever. Alright, see you then, everyone.